this lesson, we're going to cover various escapes from example attacks. In this first video will be our front bear hug. Now remember, when we do example attacks, it's to deal with something like this because it may not happen exactly the same way. So if I were attacking Heather from the front, she of course wants to try to keep me away. But whatever has happened, I've got past that and I've got a hold of her. Now before we go further, if I go over her arms, maybe you already remember what to do. She would look for that clench because I'm putting myself vulnerable to that. But if I get under her arms and get a hold of her, I might pick her up, I might drive her down, and so she needs to first deal with that and then make her escape. So if I get under her arms, she wants to get her hips down and away and exaggerate that. You want to really push your hip back against their hands. In some cases, you might even be able to break the grip if they haven't really got a hold of themselves yet. Down and back, as much as she can, so wedge her arms between us. It won't likely be much, but she can do a little bit. Her hips are down and back, and she has a solid base. Test this out before you move forward. I push on her, she has a solid base. I pull on her, she's got a solid base. She's not run over. Make sure you have that down before you do anything else. I get a hold of her, bam, wedges her arms in. From here, she supports the head. She supports the head to go for the eye gouge. She supports the head to go for the eye gouge. With the head, when she goes for that eye, this hand keeps my head from exiting quickly. Because if she doesn't do this and she goes straight to the eye, I'm likely to get away before she's gouged. If I get away before she gouged, she still might be able to get away, but she's still having to deal with me. Once she gets that thumb or other finger into the eye, the likelihood of her escaping is almost certain. Got a hold of her, base, support, gouge, and push back. Now, we want to follow through. As I'm exiting, she's going to throw a knee. Bam! Repeatedly if necessary. And then she's separating. Since her hand's right here, a great place, a great nook to push off of is right in the neck. And she would be striking, moving to the corner of my body as she makes her escape. So let's go ahead and do some examples.
Let go! Get back! Back! Off! Get back! Back off!
Perfect.
Let go! Let go! Go! Back off! Back off!
Back off! Get off of me! Back off! Get off of me! Back off! Back off! Back off!
You will also want to practice this with a pad. Pads make things a little bit tricky. You may not be able to actually bear hug him, but you can still go through the motion while you strike. So, imagine I was grabbing him. He gets his hips away, supports, and gouges. Bam, 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 and strikes. And exits. And go ahead and grab.
Back off!
So I'm going to go ahead and bear hug you.
Back off! Get back! Back off! Let go! Let go! Back off! Get back!
Go.